Hello everybody, and welcome back to the Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel. I'm both eagerly and anxiously awaiting to hit the X button, cause shit's really about to hit the fan, or has hit the fan in the last video at the very end. So, did we sweep through all that bombardment, or are we aware of it at this point? I'm not sure. Also, is this the beginning of Chapter 4? Oh, Field Study Day 3. Same day, 6:30. Okay, there's no way in hell we swept through that bombardment. That's not possible. Wouldn't we have seen the smoke too and heard all the bombs falling? Awkward. Ah, that was a great meal. I don't think I could eat another bite. After how much we ate yesterday, I'm surprised we were still able to pack away this much food. Well, you're all growing boys and girls, so eat up. Riding takes a lot of energy, so I'd say eating like this is normal after a day out in the plains. Alright. Would anyone like more? I should probably refrain. If there's any chicken left, we can wrap it in bamboo and take it with us. Who knows, we might need something to gnaw on while we're out there today. Okay, so our study is still continuing. We're not going home yet. Okay. Let me help too. I'll pour the leftover tea into some containers for you. Ah, thanks. Why am I stuttering already? You really are too kind. Nice and slow. I don't need to rush through the dialogue. Nice and fucking slow. You're our guest. What kind of host would we be if we didn't treat you as such? True. Anyway, here's the grand list of the tasks you'll be tending to today. How is everyone blissfully unaware of what happened? Field Study Day 2, assigned tasks. Oh, optional. North Highlands, North Monster. I'm not sure who Vakan is. Southwest area of the Northern Highlands near Cliff Edge, alright? I figured it couldn't hurt to give you fewer than yesterday. Yeah, maybe we're owed a break. Feel free to take advantage of that extra time to do whatever strikes your fancy. Maybe go off the beaten path a bit. Sure. Understood. Thank you again for everything. Hee, do you want to spend some more time with your grandfather today, Elisa? It sounds like you weren't able to spend much time with him yesterday. Couldn't stay in the Elder's home yesterday, right? I imagine he ought to be up and about soon. We'd have no objectives to completing this morning's task without you if you wish to spend more time with him. Okay, so Lisa's gonna stay behind, I'm assuming. But... Vakan, are you there? Oh, you're Vakan. Duh. Elder? Yes, I'm here. Oh, good morning. Grandfather? Norton? Morning, everyone. Sorry to intrude. Silence. That's putting it quite lightly considering war just broke out. Judging by the looks on your faces, it seems not all is well. I'm afraid you're right. We received word from Zendergate just a short while ago. They say the Imperial Army's watchtower has been attacked. I don't know how you slept through that, but whatever. What? Oh, music stopped again. It sounds like it all happened in the middle of the night. And that's not the last of it either. The Republican Army's base has been attacked too. Oh boy. You know, shit, it's gonna lead to war. This isn't gonna be pretty. But who fired those bombs first, though? That's my question. Oh, same day, 8 o'clock a.m.? Yep, shit's about to go down, folks. 3rd Armored Division Military Airships Cavalier Gleer? I am not sure what's happening here. Republican Army, 8th Area Division Aviation Regiment out of the Barrett. No, I'm willing to bet it wasn't either of these people. It's probably just some outside force trying to incite trouble, right? That's my guess. Airborne Armored Division being sent out first, as always, I see. I suppose it's only a matter of time before they give the order to the armored regiments, too. Lieutenant General, you confirmed the deaths of 2 of the... Oh, shit, they did die. A further 3 have sustained serious injuries, but we've been able to stabilize their condition. I see. Have the medics see to them the second they arrive. Yes, sir. Contact Zendergate. Prepare the 3rd Armored Division for deployment. I want all armored vehicles ready to move before I return. So how does this affect us? Okay, an hour and a half later. Hey, you sure you don't need us to help? I appreciate your willingness, but we'll be fine. I somehow doubt that. We're used to the procedures for moving the settlement in case of an emergency. Oh, we're moving. Gaius is silent. The same goes for you, Gaius. I assume you'll be heading to Zendergate to learn more about this current situation from Lieutenant General Vander. Not as a citizen of Nord, but as a student of Forest Military Academy. I will. Will you be staying here, Grandfather? I will. I can use the truck, after all. And since I was here anyway, I might as well do what I can to get the settlement ready to move. Alright, please take care of yourself. I'm sorry, Elder Lacan. I feel terrible that I can't help you when you need it the most. You have your own job to do. There's no need to worry about us. May the blessing of the winds and the gods be with you all. Take care. We will. We must make for Zendergate at once. What the monster? Indeed, we need to find out as much as we can about what happened. Photographer Norton, the company department. Okay. Okay, so I guess we're not going north. The northern reaches of the North Highlands are temporarily inaccessible. Well, the answer's that. Are our stats full? Stats are full, alright. So I guess we're heading south? No, considering it said the north is inaccessible, I guess we gotta do that monster hunt later. No, I'm willing to bet that girl on the flying thing had something to do with this. I'm really sorry to put you guys up to this. You already helped me out more than enough yesterday. No problem, don't sweat it. This must be the kind of breaking news every press photographer dreams of being on the scene for. Not if it endangers your life, Eustace. Still, it bothers me. How is it possible that both the Imperial and Republican bases were attacked at the same time? Outside interference. You think one attacked first and the other swiftly retaliated? No. No time to think about that right now. We need to hurry. We need to get to Zendergate as fast as we can. Right. Whoa, don't ride too roughly. I'm telling you, it was someone else. Tried to incite war, but why? That's a big question. Why? Okay, so I'm in control again. That's a lot more monsters on the screen than I thought there would be. Holy crap.
Yeah.
Not what I wanted to do. Yeah, they look like the same monsters, so alright. I guess we will head to the Zendergate. Straight ahead. Yep. Awfully peaceful now, but it's gonna. This whole place is gonna get ravaged, I imagine.
That's one of the Imperial Army's airships.
This situation is looking worse by the minute.
Oh, you think?
We need to hurry.
I'm going as fast as I can, guys. Yep. Same day, 10 o'clock. Yeah, it's gonna be like a he said, she said moment. Who fired first? Well, it's like the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. And it appears they're preparing for deployment. Thanks, everyone. Let me go see if I can get permission to start taking photos. That shouldn't be your concern at the moment, Norton. I wonder where Lieutenant General Vander could be. We need to find him so he can tell us what's going on here. I suspected you might show up. Is that him? Of course it is. Lieutenant General, did you have some business to attend to elsewhere, sir? I thought I'd conduct another sweep of the area as a precaution. But never mind that now. You came at the perfect time, did we? A freight train bound for Rower departs 30 minutes from now, so we're leaving? Well, I have to go north and fight that monster still. I want you all on board that train. Finish up your field study as quickly as you can and return to the academy. Don't you want to stay and fight? What? But sir... While things ultimately depend on the actions of the Republican Army, the bottom line is that we may be mere hours away from armed conflict with the Calvard Republic. I've already informed everyone in the settlement. Did he not relay the message to you? I guess not. Be that as it may, we can't just turn tail and pretend none of this is happening. Lieutenant General, have you established which side attacked first? Yeah, that's the big thing. Gaius, that's the central question here. It's still under investigation. You have my assurance that the Imperial Army did not attack. We did not make the first move, nor have we retaliated. However, our army's watchtower was destroyed, and several guards lost their lives. As the officer in charge of Zeno Gate, I have a duty to act. That's understandable. So there really were fatalities. Let's presume for the sake of argument that the damage sustained by the Republican Army's base was in fact deliberate sabotage by their own forces. How bad was that damage? You insist it was outside forces. They did not sabotage their own base. Several of their facilities suffered major structural damage. Their losses appear to be, at minimum, equal to ours. Honestly, I estimate them to be far greater. Ooh. But if they suffered even more damage than we did, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. I'm afraid we've long since passed the point where leisurely discussing our possibilities was an option. I will do all I can to avoid full-scale war, but we're prepared for the possibility of armed conflict. And I suspect they are as well. But that just seems so wrong. Guys, think you got an idea, guys? If that's your opinion, Lieutenant General, will you at least allow me the chance to investigate what happened on my own? No, we shouldn't interfere, guys. Gaius? Investigate on your own? As I'm sure you're aware, I know the Highlands like the back of my hand. And when someone attempts to threaten the peace of my homeland, yeah, it gets kind of personal, I get it. I won't rest until I've unearthed the truth behind what's happening. You're serious. We'll do everything we can to help you. I think this falls within the scope of our field study, too. No, wait. This is the people of Nord's problem. There's no reason for you all to stay here and risk getting caught in the crossfire. A classmate and friend is staying behind. Isn't that reason enough? I am the son of the House of Alberea. I would never disgrace the honor of my family name by fleeing in the face of danger. Besides, it seems like your people have done a lot for my grandfather. Guys, you remember what you said to us back at Helmdar Station? The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. Yeah, kinda shocked there. Huh. It appears you've lost this one, Gaius. Lieutenant General, It's currently 10:05. I will permit you until 12:30 to conduct your investigation. I will do everything in my power to postpone any potential conflict until at least then. Oh, thank you. Thank you, sir. Then we haven't a moment to waste. We should begin by visiting the watchtower that was attacked. That sounds like a good place to start. Yes, please. So, is the monster in the north or the south? I don't know where the monster is.
Thank you.
Thank you. Oh, never mind.
Really,
He's speaking.
I appreciate it more than you know.
I bet you do.
It's no big deal, honestly.
It kinda is. We're putting our lives in danger, Elisa.
I agree with Elisa. We're classmates after all. And more than that, we're friends.
Okay.
Well, this is clearly of great importance to you.
I know you want to protect your people, but that's not the only reason you're doing this, is it?
Because you have doubts about who fired?
It ties back into why I accepted the Lieutenant General's recommendation and entered the Academy too.
How so?
I'm sure each of you feels the same about your own homes, but I love this land with all my heart.
Yeah, I bet you do.
The wind racing across the highlands, vast mountain peaks, the clear blue of the sky. The breathtaking beauty of the rising sun, the melancholy of the sunset, the twinkling of the stars in the twilight.
Yeah, I get it, guys. Come on.
Everything about this land of Nord. It's part of who I am.
Wow. I guess it hadn't sunk in how much Nord means to you.
I'm certainly attached to Ruhr, but
Oh,
can't
Ruhr.
think
I
of
can't remember it's
anyone
pronounced
else who
Ruhr,
would
not
state their
Rower.
love for their homeland so poetically.
If you love it so much, why did you leave it behind?
Not the time
If you
uses.
truly love Nord, if Nord is such a part of you, what is it that drove you to enroll in a military academy in a foreign land so far away?
Something must have.
I'm not surprised you'd find it strange. To be honest, I'm still not totally sure what compelled me to do it. Back when I was a kid, the Republican Army built a base in the Eastern Plains. And the Imperial Army responded in kind with their watchtower. It's made me more uneasy with every passing year. Years ago, a traveling priest from the Septian Church taught me all about the history of the continent.
Okay.
One thing that stood out to me was just how many lives had been lost during the conflicts between the major powers. Another major theme was just how profound of an impact the Orbital Revolution had on people's lives. Even the concepts of time and distance have changed so much. In effect, the Orbital Revolution shrunk the world. It made me realize a sad truth, one that kind of scares me even now.
What's that? Don't trust technology?
There was no guarantee my homeland
Oh.
could stay at peace forever.
That too.
That one day, it might be drawn into outsiders' conflicts and be occupied and redistricted into oblivion.
Yeah, I could see that being a problem.
I can't believe you were thinking about such weighty things even as a kid.
So then,
Well, he's very dedicated.
you joined the academy in order to learn more about the outside world that posed a threat to your homeland?
Sounds about right.
Yeah, something along those lines.
Okay.
When I realized how afraid I was, I knew I couldn't close my eyes. I wanted to do something, anything, to protect this land.
That's very commendable of you.
As luck would have it, I met the Lieutenant General. He's the one who told me about Thor's military academy. One thing led to another, he offered me a recommendation, and before I knew it, I took him up on his offer.
That's how we
There
met.
I was, green as grass, heading off to study abroad despite having no clue what life in the Empire was like. Thinking back on how it all came together, what you said is probably what I was thinking back then.
Honestly, I've yet to hear a student offer a more galvanizing reason than yours for enrolling at the academy.
I have to agree. I don't know too many people who love their home so much that they'd leave it behind to find a way to protect it.
Yeah, kind of ironic.
It's not a sentiment I can imagine many Erebonians feeling, that's for sure. But I think I finally understand.
Are we there yet?
Lisa? Just an idle thought. But having heard Gaius pour his heart out to us, there's no way we can just walk away from this.
Oh, of course not.
Not after the people of Nord gave us such a warm welcome and treated us like family.
That too.
Indeed, I couldn't have asked for more.
Agreed. We'll get to the bottom of what's going on here and stop Ward from breaking out.
No, we won't.
Nord may not be our home, but it's still an important neighbor. I'll do what I can to aid you.
Thanks, all of you. Really, thank you.
Why do I have the feeling this is all going to go south no matter what we do? I just have a gut feeling. Yeah, it looks pretty destroyed. I mean, there's 2 guards. Terrible. Of course, the other side suffered losses too, according to the Lieutenant General. You can see shell damage everywhere. It's even worse than I feared. They confirmed casualties too. I didn't figure I'd ever have to see anything like this. As students at a military academy, things like this are always within the realm of possibility. Although I hardly expected my first sight of such devastation to be the spark that ignites war at Calvary. This may be too much for our students like us to handle. No, we've all been in situations that looked impossible before, haven't we? And every time we come through. We just have to stay calm and think. I'm sure we could do something here too. Well, if they've let us on the property, I guess, but you're right. True, we should focus on doing what we can. Whatever we decide to do, we need to get a better grasp of the situation. Yeah, let's find out who's in charge and get the permission to start an investigation. I see. Samurai, huh? If Lieutenant General Vander has given you his permission, I see no reason to refuse. Good. Thank you. However, I want to make it clear that armed conflict with Calvert could begin at any moment. We got our hands full staying on guard for any potential threat from the east. I'll permit you to speak with the soldiers here, but don't get in the way of them doing their duties. Of course not. Understood. Okay, let's get started. We should start by speaking with the soldiers and assessing damage. That seems wise. When we gather all the information we need, we can start piecing it together. Right, let's go. Should I start inside or outside? I guess we're starting outside. Okay, should I talk to everyone out with the... Okay, start with you. I lost some good friends last night. I'm still having trouble getting over it. Roland might have been the hardest working soldier here. Can't believe he's just gone. Please, do what you can with your investigation. I wish they're supporting me. Oh wait, Zatz lived? Roland, why'd you go and die on me? Oh, I thought Zatz was the one who died. But the guy who was with him died? Oh, shit. He seems pretty down. Can't say I don't understand how he feels, though. It was right when the shifts changed. Roland came out to relieve me, and I was chattering away with him like always. That's when the first shell hit us. Must have been around 3 in the morning. So it started around 3 then. Right in the middle of the night. I was on lookout. I should have noticed something was off, but that explosion completely took me by surprise. I was so sure nothing would ever happen out here that when something actually did, I was totally useless. Don't say that. Okay, you can't blame yourself over that, Zatz. If I just paid a bit more attention, if I'd just been a better soldier, Roland might still be with us now. It's not your fault. None of us could have predicted that something like this would happen. You could hardly blame yourself for a lack of vigilance after being stationed in a peaceful area like this for so long. True. They attacked in the dead of night, knowing your guard would be down. I wonder if it really was the Republican Army is doing after all. No, it was definitely not. We need more information before we can say for sure. No, I don't think it was them. There we go. There was something else that happened before we came under attack. We heard an explosion coming from the Republican Army's base. When we looked, we saw smoke pouring from it. What? We knew that both bases were attacked, but did both attacks really happen around the same time? Sure did. If that's so, it's unlikely that either army was responsible. Who is responsible then? $1 million question, guys. We should keep this in mind as we piece things together. That is the $1 million question: who did fire those bombs? I keep telling Zatz and Manning to get some rest, but they just won't listen. Can't say I blame them, though. They're the only ones who survived the attacks while suffering major injuries, after all. Really. I'm surprised Zatz was on the outside. How did he live and Roland didn't? This is awful. It really is. It looks like they got hit hard. And to think there were casualties. You know, the Imperial Army isn't just going to sit and twiddle their thumbs as they're suffering an attack like this. I know. They have their image to uphold, after all. Hey, it looks like most of the damage is concentrated on the south side of the building. Do you think whoever carried out the attack could have done it from the Highlands? It seems very likely. But where the planes could they launch an attack like that from? That's a good question. Well, the Highlands are incredibly vast, I know. We need some kind of clue to even know where to start looking. Yeah, hopefully we'll be able to find something here that'll point us in the right direction. Okay, you. How's the situation with the Republican Army? Looks like they're really hustling over there. We confirmed the number of armored vehicles entering and exiting the area. We've heard their base got hit pretty badly too. And even from over here, it sure looks that way. The Lieutenant General said the Republican base got hit at least as hard as the Watchtower, if not harder. But we believe they were responsible for that as well. No, they weren't. Why would they kill their own people, soldier? Come on. Do you need an excuse to attack us, and that sure as hell looks like one? Do you really think it's true? Absolutely not. That much damage seems awfully excessive. They probably just got overzealous with the explosives. Doesn't make much difference either way. If they're brazen enough to attack us, we'll blow them back across the border. The soldiers here all seem to have their doubts. But without any hard evidence, we're not going to be able to convince them of anything. We should reconsider... We should reconsider the possibility that this was a deliberate act of sabotage by Calvert's forces. Jesus Christ, my throat. Excuse me. Sorry, guys. I'm okay. We need to re-establish our surveillance of the Republican Army as soon as possible. From now on, we, the 3rd Armored Division, will be stationed here to take over surveillance duties. First and foremost, though, we need to get a thorough understanding of what's going on here. We need to focus all our vigilance towards the east. You have my permission to conduct your investigation and speak with my men, but stay out of their way as much as you can. Oh yeah, I spoke to you already. Okay, something over here? Okay, what is this? Oh, it's a shell? Huh? Is this? What's up, Elisa? Is there something unusual about that scrap of metal? Yeah, it's a bomb. I knew it. This is a mortar shell manufactured by the Reinford Company. Of course she would recognize it. Are you sure? Sure she's sure. Yeah, I've seen them before on the assembly line. There are only a couple of models capable of firing this kind of shell. That would suggest that the mortar used to fire it was also made by the Reinford Company. Yeah, it makes sense. But if we assume that's true, it seems much less likely the Republicans are responsible. True, why would the Republican Army use a weapon made in the Empire? Yeah, it makes no sense. Doesn't make much sense to me. Even if we account for deception, it seems unlikely that Calvert would go this far to conceal their involvement. Though considering the stakes, we can't entirely rule out the possibility. Still, this might prove to be an important clue to solving this mystery. Is that it? Okay, I guess we can't go inside. I think that's all the info we can gather here. I think so too. Now we need to analyze what we've learned. First, we should establish a good picture of what was happening when the attack occurred. That seems like the best place to start. So first of all, what time did the actual attack on the Watchtower happen? It was 3. Why am I... It was 3 a.m. Yes, that's what the guard told us. But that wasn't all that was going on then. That's right, the Republican Army's base also came under attack. According to the Lieutenant General, they suffered even greater damage than what happened here. I think we can safely discount the possibility that the Republican Army bombed their own forces then, because that would make no sense. But there's no evidence that the Imperial Army wants to attack either. Outside forces, like I'm saying. All we know is that both attacks happened and both sides took heavy damage. However, as Elisa said, we have no evidence to suggest that either side was responsible. If we accept that as fact, the most likely scenario is that the responsibility lies with their party entirely. Exactly, that's what I've been saying. So you think a third party is working behind the scenes to provoke both countries and starting a war? That's what I've been saying. Tensions between the Empire and the Republic are always high. But compared to other areas of similar political value, the North Highlands have always been peaceful. I can conceive of no reason either country would have decided to break that peace last night. I agree. If anything, it seems that the negatives will outweigh the positives for both parties, of course. If this was Crossbell, it might be a different story, but here... Now that you mentioned it, we found something else odd about the attack on the Watchtower, didn't we? Something that seems to point to a third party's involvement. Something else odd about the attack on the watchtower? I'll bet she's referring to this. I'm pretty sure you're talking about the weapon that was used, right? You're talking about the mortars used for the attack, right? Exactly, thank you. It was like the orbital mortars they used in the attack were an old Reinford model. Really? And I, for one, find it pretty unlikely that the Republican Army is packing Erebonian-made weapons. Indeed, they have little reason to be, considering the Republic has its own major orbital technology manufacturer. The Verne Company, as I recall. Yeah, the Verne Company is responsible for manufacturing most of the arms used by the Republican Army. Then there's the fact that the mortar used here is old. The Imperial Army hasn't used this model for years. I've heard that military surplus sometimes makes its way onto the black market and ends up in the hands of mercenaries. Ugh. Knowing that, it seems unlikely that either army chose to use it to cover their tracks. Quite. However, there is a far more pressing question we need to answer. What do you mean? I know where you're going. We need to know where the attack was launched from in the first place. This is going to be difficult to work out, I agree. But without that vital detail, all our speculation thus far is for naught. If we intend to avert a war, we need more than speculation. We need conclusive evidence. True. Agreed. But the Highlands are far too vast to just strike out searching blindly. Especially with the Lieutenant General's deadline rapidly approaching. So we want to do split up? Actually, we're going to have to start our search blind. What does that mean? If Elisa and Guys will lend me a hand, I may be able to help. Huh? What do you have in mind? If I can factor the location of the damage together with the speed and trajectory of the mortar shells, and then take into account the Highlands winds, I may be able to estimate the area from which the mortar was fired, or potentially anyway. Are you serious? It sounds easier said than done. I'll do what I can. Okay. Are you familiar with the specifics of the shell that was used? I think so. It's an old model, but I should be able to give you some rough data. That's good. Hee, that should be plenty. Anyway, let's have another look at those damaged areas and start our calculations. Please come with me, everyone. Right. Thank you. Alright, I think I've calculated the rough location. I believe the mortar was fired from a location to the south of here. Using the map as a reference point, that means it was likely launched from somewhere in this area. And according to my calculations, the launch site shouldn't be too far from here. Wow, I can't believe you managed to work that out. That's well beyond the level of mathematics you cover in class. I'll enjoy watching Regnitz really sweat out next to trying to best you on the next midterm. Just a little applied physics. I couldn't have done it without Lisa and Guys' help. It looks like we've got a nice big piece of the puzzle right in our hands. Sure seems like it. Let's take off and start looking. Right. Reading the Arrow's report their findings to the soldier in charge and asked him to relay the intel to Zender Gate. Afterward, they set out on horseback to begin their search. Alright, let's start looking for where the mortar was actually fired from. If what Emma calculated is correct, it should have been fired from a point south of the watchtower. And most likely from a point that's easy to overlook, so that's not found out. Let's see if we can find anywhere that fits that description. We'll likely need to rely on the map to help us. I wonder if the culprit could still be there. That'd be very stupid of them. Regardless, we should see what we could find. Okay, so when do I fight the monster? Now or later? I just don't want to miss out on fighting the monster, you know? Look at my notes again. See, northern part of the Highlands, so I guess I can't do it just yet? Because it said I couldn't go north anyway. Alright, so you said south of the watchtower. Maybe the stone pillars? I have no idea. Or the mountain over there, I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Still, if they were this close to the watchtower, you'd think that someone would have seen something, but I guess not. Oh, I see a marker there. Story event. Bingo. I mean, if the person still is there, they've got to be the stupidest person in the entire world, but... Yeah, something's over here, like a cave, maybe? Or a narrow entrance? Let's see. I see a ladder. Hey, over there. You found something? Sure did. It looks like a ladder. What's a rope ladder doing all the way up there? Very good question. I can hardly believe its presence here to be mere chance. Do the people of Nord use this area for anything? Not that I've ever known of. This just got that much more suspicious then. Ugh. Perhaps the mortar was fired from somewhere up here? It definitely seems worth a look, but how are we going to reach the ladder? Exactly. I'm just not sure how we're going to get up there. We can't reach the rope ladder from down here. I see no way to climb up the cliff face itself either. If you have any suggestions, now'll be a fine time. I got nothing. I believe I have an idea. Do you now? Oh, what if we were to make use of Elisa's orbital bow? My bow? How? Well, if you were able to hit the cord that's tying the rope ladder, perhaps it will unroll itself, allowing us to climb up. I'm glad you think that I'm good of a shot, but I really don't see it working. It was just a thought. Well, it's not like we have any ideas, why not give it a try? True enough, and time is one resource we don't have much of right now. Searching for some manner of tool to pull it down will cost us precious time as well. I can't really argue with that. Alright, here goes nothing. I believe in you. Are you gonna guide the arrow with your magic or something? Yeah, something is up with Emma. She has to be some sort of witch or something. Wait, what? It actually worked. You seem to have the makings of a great hunter, excuse me. It seems this is a day for lucky shots. We'll have to start calling her Quick Draw Lisa. Not very catchy. Was I just imagining things, or did that arrow glow for a second? No, you were not imagining things. Well, now that we can reach the ladder, why don't we go have a look on top of the cliff? Yeah, let's see what's up there. See, guys, I'm afraid it's going to lead to a narrow boss fight or something substantial, so I'm going to save and stop here. I mean, it's late at night, I'm tired, and plus I gotta take a break because my throat's about to give out again. You were 38 minutes, that's respectable, right? Okay, so thank you for watching, I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.